All right, traders and market participants in just the YouTube family. Let's go over my trades today. Today was a very annoying day. Avoid thinking, stick to the plan, right? And today was just sloppy, honestly. Maybe I didn't sleep well enough on Monday or overnight into Monday, but just sloppy today. Let's go ahead and take out the results. So here you can see that I traded Coin, Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla. I did Coin twice. Coin hit me the most, then followed by Nvidia, which that should have been a win. The coin is a fair loss, but Nvidia should have been a win. Tesla hit it out the park, but with Tesla I should have held one more contract. I made a mistake there. And then Microsoft was beautifully executed. Now the account is at, so only up 36 bucks. The account now is at 1847. Let's go ahead and jump into the first trade. The first trade was Coinbase, right? Or the first, I'm always going to start with my losers. And I wish you could see that. Well, it's just, I bought it for $3 and ended up selling for a loss at 230, giving me a $70 loss. So up at top is the 2-minute chart, right? So on this 2-minute chart, I entered the yellows are my entry. So I entered on this candle here. Why did I enter on this candle here? No reason at all. I shouldn't have been entering that candle. I remember looking at the trade and wanting to enter here, right? That was my trade, but I couldn't get the contracts where I wanted him, so I should have just market ordered in. But on Coinbase, if you market order on those options, you can really get screwed, right? So I didn't do that. I tried to get the call options here. I really did try. And before I knew it, then the next 2-minute candle opened up and rocketed. So after this first 2-minute candle, I should have just market in, and then whatever it would have gave me, just mark it out here, and hopefully I don't get screwed on the market makers, but most likely will, because Coinbase just has such a wide spread, right? Especially off the opening. So putting in my orders in here never got filled. That happened. So but then I tried to force a trade. That was my mistake. I tried to force the trade back to the upside, and I was like, okay, this is when I'll get in. And I got in at 37.36. So I did wait kind of for the bar to finish almost. The bar still had 24 seconds to finish. I think the bar had maybe a little green. That's probably why I got in it. But then nonetheless, it was a terrible setup, because literally in the 38 to 40 bar right here, the next 2 minutes, hit my stop out of the trade, took the loss right away. And if I would have looked at the 5-minute, right, the 5-minute perfectly shows 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle pullback. Perfect 3 candle pullback. Easy buy when green takes out red. Boom, 3 candles of profit, right? Or 2 candles technically, because I should have waited for this candle to close. That's the 5-minute chart here. This 5-minute chart is actually also showing you into the next play, because the next play, I didn't do anything better. I again tried to force the trade. Let's go ahead and jump over to that next trade. No buy setup here. Let me see what I lost 20% and stop triggered. So it's still a good loss, because I stuck to, hey, I'm only going to lose 20% of each position. And each position, normally I'm trying to do 20%, which usually then will result to 4 to 6 trades, depending on how good the contracts are close to that size, right? So I strive for 4 to 6 trades a day. And then of each position, only losing 20%. And then, so that's kind of what happened here. That's how it unfolded. Little stress about that. So here's the 5-minute again on this next trade that I took. Again, I forced the entry. I forced it in at 942, which is right up in here. Right up in this area on the yellow. Trying to go long again. My stop never, because as you can see, I don't get out of this trade until 12:30, literally all the way over here. This was my worst trade of the day. I had so much emotional baggage from this, and honestly, all my trades were done by like I think I was done. What was the last Microsoft was the last profitable trade. So we'll see at what time Microsoft was. So I believe Microsoft was around here, 10:30. So that's when I technically should have been done trading. I remember I get in here, stop loss never triggers because I'm being stubborn. This move here, since I bought in here on a call, this move here only gave me like plus 3%, so barely anything. Pushes down, I'm still holding it. Now it pushes up. Right here, I'm only up 10% now for my initial entry. So I don't have that 20% that I wanted, but I also broke the rule and letting it go and violate my stop. Then I hold it because then I start seeing it do some magic. I'm like, okay, wait, there's actually chances to go to all-time high. And it didn't. It never did. And then this could be a wedge, not trying to figure out what it's going to do later on, because when you get into a trading rhythm, you want to stay within your time frame of when you want to trade and really master that time frame. So going into mid of day, I don't like mid of day. I should have actually cut it off here in the first 2 hours when I officially should have said no. I should have just took the 10% here because I already knew it wasn't going to make a new high. So let's remove all of this. And here's why I knew it wasn't going to make a new high right away, is because this is the move that it made going into the close of yesterday, right? Close of yesterday and the open of today. So this is a pretty big candle. For us to go to new highs, I would want to say price action should stay in the top third. Price action stays in the top third, like it kind of goes like this, then boom, then we're gonna get new highs. Price came actually all the way down to here before we saw a reversal, literally at the beginning. That should have been a sign that we're only gonna go up 1, 2. We're never gonna get back to that third quadrant. And look what happened. We barely got back up to that third quadrant. So here, had I been patient enough off the 20, this could have been a buy. Boom, buy right there. Let's go ahead and remove all this. The perfect entry would have been off the 20, being impatient, buy the first green that we see, our stop right here, and then 1, 2, 3. This would have easily been 30 to 40%. And I would have sold my first contract probably here and the second one here into that before we get to that third quadrant, right? Into the third quadrant, right on touching the third quadrant. That would have been perfect. That would have been a solid trade, but instead I missed the opening and I was upset about it. I was very upset about it because I was trying to get, like I said in that last one, I was trying to get it earlier in the first 2-minute bar, and then I started revenge trading. Basically, I started revenge trading and trying to like force coin to the upside. And then as this is all playing out, that's what I actually tried to do here. That was the play I was trying to do. I actually tried to add in here because I saw it happening. I saw it all playing out. I was like, okay, let me add. And already by this time, I had already, what is that, like 10, 10, 10, 5, 10, 10, 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, 20, already 50 minutes in, I had no more stopping. I had no more buying power. So the contract that I bought here had to be a solo contract. And as you can see, I just took a $9 hit. I was done with it. At this point, right here, I was up. But I was just, I knew I should have took it as soon as this candle formed. I was very disappointed in myself. And then you start really beating yourself up, right? You knew what you should have done. You didn't do it. And now you're getting in your head. You're coming up with other ways it could come back. You know, you're trying all these things when you got into the trade crazily, right? That's what I should have noticed too. I'm like, wait, what am I doing here? When that stop triggered, I should have just been like, okay, that's fair. I had no play to begin with. Why did I jump in? And I think that would have really saved me 2 hours of my day, because then I literally just sat here, watched all this play out, and then I finally said, hey, I'm done. It was a bad trade to begin with. Go ahead and cancel it. So that was that trade. Let's move on. Let's just restart this one. All right, so on NVIDIA, I had a perfect trade here. I got in my head, or I didn't get into the trade right away, and that was my fault. So let me go ahead and show you. This is the 2 minute and this is the 5 minute. And these are right off the open. This first candle is from 9:30 to 9:32. This next candle is 9:32 to 9:34. And then this one is the 9:34 to 9:36. So I got in on this candle, but I should have been in on this candle, because the first candle of the day said, I don't know where we're going. The second candle said, boom, we're going down. So I should have entered in on this candle with my preferred stop halfway through this bar, right? If it comes back up, then I'm out. But I get into this late bar. This late bar produces a quick gang. It gives me a little bit of a gang. Right here in this, I jump in here and it gives me this gang here, but this gang wasn't 20%. And then unfortunately on this green bar, it hit and violated my stop because my entry point was down here. So that was the 20% I was willing to lose. If I had gone in earlier, before, just 30 seconds before, 30 seconds, this whole trade would have been different, because I would have been in here around this price range with my stop all the way up here, this never triggering my stop, this actually being an adding opportunity. I actually didn't have any more money, but this would have been an adding opportunity. Then this could account as one candle, one move down in the direction I'm going. 2, bam, I would have been out of here. Probably this would have been my 20% for sure, and or this would have definitely been my 20%. I would have probably held the last one to here. So that's basically, and then my stop could have been here, and I could have probably got stopped out here when this candle reversed into the halfway spot at here. No, that's probably where my stop out would have been. But this would have been a very good profitable trade. I got in too late though, which caused my stop to get too close, which then caused me to stop out, which would have ultimately resulted in a nice, big, juicy trade. Took a $52 loss. Whatever. It is what it is. I could have done better on that one for sure. Let's go ahead and move to the next one. Why is it not reading? Okay, there we go. All right, so first win of the day, Tesla. This one I also could have candled a lot better, and I remember exactly when this happened. I was very upset. But at 9:35 I buy. So basically the yellow here is the actual bought. This is the actual stop thing. And the reason I did this, because it was green, and then it started going red. It was red, and then it started going green, and I was like, all right, that's it. Boom, I bought. My stop is right under it. Even though technically the perfect entry would have been right here on this, and then my stop halfway through this bar. And then this actually would have been where I needed to add, because this would have been the first time red got taken over by green. So that would have actually been where I should have added, right? And then orange, I remember it, I was trying to sell my first 20%, but by accident I had both contracts selected, not just one, resulting in both contracts being sold. Should have been one. This probably would have been my next out. Knowing me, that would have probably been my next out. However, look at this 5 minute. This is the 5 minute chart, and that's what I need to get better at too, is when I'm in a position on the 2 minute, how is the 5 minute doing? The 5 minute gave me no warning signs until here, and I wasn't even in the position here. This right here would have been juicy. I think this part is probably still right in here. Like, because if I would have stuck to the 5-minute chart, I would have bought in here, stop loss. 5 minutes passed, did nothing. 5 minutes passed. I might be in my 20% range here, or I was technically. I was right here. Then I would have sold one, held on to one, or moved my stop to here, which honestly then I would have maybe gotten stopped out here, which would have sucked. But as soon as I saw it pass this red, I could have added. Boom, add 1, 2. This counts as definitely 2, 3 candles upward, sell. I want to get better at riding the whole wave. And how I can tell that we were still going to keep going up is that we never got to the 8 EMA. We never got to it. We got to it here once, bounced off of it really strong, and then that would have told me, okay, at least 2 more candles. And then we would have had the gap between that, the gap between the 8 and the 10, the 20, and then the 20 from the 200. Perfect gaps here, letting you know that that is the perfect sell. I have been able to time this sometimes correctly, but honestly, I don't, because I snatch at my wins too fast. I really do. And that's something I need to work on. But as long as you keep getting the 20% on your 20% positions of your portfolio, you will come out on top. You can't just lose. I mean, you can lose all 5 trades. Here I lost what? I made 2 trades out of the 5, and I'm still positive for the day. So that's the kind of mentality you have. I only swung 40% win rate today, but I'm still up on the account, right? So Tesla, that's a new rule. I play on the 2-minute mostly, but I need to make sure I'm watching the 5-minute, because the 5-minute told me this is going to be juicy. The 5-minute literally told me this is going to be I could have just bought in and held my stop here and just walked away, and just would have been like, okay, 30 minutes later, oh shit, oh snaps, I'm all the way up here, profit, instead of toying with it and messing with it and stuff. But you can see that the moving averages came out of this narrow state. Boom, boom, boom. Now it's time to expand. So decent there. Could have done much better for sure, but a win is a win, right? Last but not least, Microsoft, I was very happy with, just because of my exit. My exit was perfectly timed. My entry, not so much. So I enter at 46. So in the 46 bar, this is a 2-minute chart. In the 46 bar here, like right at the beginning, 11 seconds into this bar, boom, add my stop is up here. I technically would have wanted to be in this play at the end of this bar. So I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm still technically getting probably the same price, to be honest. I probably got the same price still, to be honest. It would have been better to get in right in here, right as I saw the red take over this green. And then maybe when we were in here, that would have probably been the best bet. It would have given me a few more bucks, maybe $5-10, maybe $5-10, you know. But I enter here. First we go down. Here would have been an add. I did not add. I did not have power. But that's okay. I didn't need to. I actually got out here for that first 15 minute or first 20 minute boost, and then day lows. So when I'm playing this, this is what I'm thinking. This is where we opened, right? I guess this is still technically, this is actually would have been, I wouldn't have been able to go off the normal rules. I was just following the 20 EMA here. The 20 EMA is sloping down. I want to do puts over calls when this happens. So as this red did not destroy any green. The green is still winning here. The red is in here. It didn't take it over. But as soon as this one came in, I could see that the green has been defeated. The red is stepping in. and did it step in. Boom, boom, indecision, bam, and then finish them into a new low. Bam, I'm out. So that gave me the 113, which was a pretty big play. So that was it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, join the family. I hope I'm not making these too long. I hope you guys are getting value added. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.